going down? Basement Bandits channel, Thor's Thoughts to the show. I'm back. This is McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse. It's Mr. Freeze. Victor Freeze himself, not the platinum version, that weird skin tone with the blue and pink. Nah, not my style. I did the 4-pack with these three, and if you've watched the Batman and Hush review up on the channel now, thank you. So this 4-pack from McFarlane Toys on pre-order hit a couple weeks ago, but I was working through that Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy wave. Build a figure with Bane, that's on the channel too, if you check those out. But we got Victor Freeze himself this time. Our first Mr. Freeze in the line, like first in the line, which is dope because Mr. Freeze is a beloved villain in Batman Rogues Gallery. I think a lot of people wanted him over a lot of other villains, honestly, which it's crazy it took us almost 3 years to get him, but we finally got a version that I like, or we finally got a version because it's the first time ever. I didn't get the whole thing. Now I do live up in the frozen tundra of the north, and I do still have some snow, so I'm hoping to get this guy out and do some outside snow stuff and maybe work that into the review, but we will see. The ice gun is one piece. Ooh, that makes me nervous. That there's the little connection point where the front nozzle connects to the rest of the gun. It's a little off and it looks just a little thin. I really wish it would have just been, I don't know why those look like two pieces almost put together, but I do love the ice effect coming out of the gun. The size of the gun is great. I would have preferred maybe an extra pair of accessories with him. I'm not going to think an extra head. I know I'm not, but extra pair of hands, I think, should almost be a standard. You get the card, which is gorgeous. It's the back of the box. It's that Mr. Freeze, the Victor Freeze card. I don't know. It's not. It doesn't say DC Rebirth. It literally just says Mr. Freeze, Victor Freeze. So I don't know what real comic iteration this one is, or what timeline this one would have been from throughout the history of Batman. Boom. If you do, drop some knowledge in the comments. I love this armor. I love the helmet. This one's attached, not like the Blight helmet where you could take. Oh, you can take the glass off. That's cool. And then you can make his head look around. Oh yeah, well, that's nice. Then you can put the head back on. Oh, that's really good. Then he just doesn't have one stagnant look. Like you can make him look different directions. And the gun fits perfectly in either hand. No, one hand seems too big. The other hand seems too small. Interesting. Like way too small. Like that big square peg in that little round hole. But this one it's like flopping around in. I don't know. No, yeah, it can't be that hand because it just falls right out. I don't know. The gun hand is probably, or the hand that the freeze ray holds is probably too small. I got it in there. Oh, there you go. Boom. Get that in there. He's dope. I love the all white. I want to build like a snow cave for like his hideout, right? And put him in there. And then have Batman kind of coming in. This Hush Batman would be dope, but I might use, we'll see. I do love the armor. The armor throughout it's different shades of white. There's some like creams, there's some like whites, there's a bluish white. I like how his head looks like the frozen head it's supposed to be. He does have the ball ankles. His mobility is good though. Like the shoulder pads on the elbow or on the shoulder pads hinder the shoulder mobility slightly. I'd say he's a medium level of mobility. I love the tank on the back and the tubing, the detailing. If you're a customizer, you could go hog wild with this thing if you wanted to. Being that I'm not, and have no interest in customizing the figures, I like them to come, close enough. And this guy's Bangarang Rufio. Like, I dig him. I know some people like that platinum version, and to each their own. That one wasn't my style. Like, I didn't really have a chance at it. But either way, even if I wouldn't have pulled the trigger just because I didn't like the coloration. I like this like more, I think this more feels like a classic Freeze, like color motif, color scheme for his armor and everything than the other ones. I could see him being a little bit bigger. Some people have said he's gonna have a bigger armor and be a little bit more bigger stature. I could see that. I could see that after getting the figure, but I'm really, really, really happy with this figure. I'm gonna actually give him like 9.5 for me. For me personally, because I love the whole aspect that the actual glass comes off and you can move the head around and then put it back on. So much versatility with this figure, and then building that Batman's Rogues Gallery. So let's read the card. Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze. The corporation funding Victor's work shut down his experiments, and in the process caused a horrible accident. The coolants did irreparable harm and made him impossible for him to survive above freezing temperature. To counteract this, Victor constructed a special ultra-durable suit to keep his body alive and at the right temperature. He embraced his new persona and became Mr. Freeze. I always forget that Victor Freeze is spelled like fries. Fries. Not Freeze like he calls himself Freeze, even though he's Victor Freeze. Every time I mess that up. But there you go. There you go. Mr. Freeze. Boom. Get him. This wave, this 4-pack wave is so far. Mwah. You know what to do. You're to it. Till the next one. Deuces.